Hello, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to pre-market analysis for September 11, 2020. At 9:11 Eastern, we're going to have 9 plus 11 plus 20 plus 20 equals 60 seconds of silence in memory of this date. So please remind me at 9:11 precisely. We will be doing that. In the chats, we have Mr. Luis. Welcome, sir. How are you? Could you please confirm that the sound is relatively okay as we have more people just trickling in? Hey, good morning, Mr. B. How are you, sir? All right, all right, all right. So, good afternoon, Miss Michelle, now with her patented GME. All right, all right, all right. So let's see what we have this morning. Yesterday, if you were with us, we did a quant analysis onto how SPY usually behave. Thank you, sir, for the thumbs up there. So we're going to revisit that a little bit since we are now actually on the date, right? And then trying to see if this quant analysis is going to live up to it. So this will be our first collective experience, if you will. Hey, good morning, Mr. Les. How quant analysis, how accurate is quant analysis? So I'm actually excited to that we collectively did that yesterday. So for that, I'm going to switch to my Excel sheet. So after we do that, we are going to be looking at, as I'm having one-on-one coaching session, I'm going to be looking at a particular setup that you have been seeing a lot since last Thursday, right? So meaning our patented, if not patented, our very familiar bearish setup where a stock start trading below VWAP and the trend continue throughout the entire day. One of the challenges that traders have is, hey, during this downtrend, well, I'm saying too much. In any case, that will be the second item, and then the third. So we're going to do quant analysis on SPY as item number one in this pre-market analysis here on September 11, 2020. We're going to take a look at the bearish setup, how to manage it, because some people are having issue managing that. And then thirdly, we are going to be looking at what opportunities do we have today using the knowledge of the quant analysis that we did yesterday, and that we're going to revisit in a short, the next few minutes on here, how to set ourselves up maybe with some gangster trade. So without any further ado, let us get ahead and get started with pre-market analysis. It's okay. Maybe I'm not sure. I'll paste the link inside of the Discord. We have six viewers, so hopefully we are officially a part of history in creating telex quant analysis. Well, I don't know about creating Miss Michelle. I have lawyers. I have lawyers with me. So if we are creating that, I don't want anybody to be coming for royalties at a later time. I need to be very careful with that. All right. So let me share my Excel spreadsheet on here with SPY, and when it shows up on the control screen, I know that you guys will be seeing the same information. All right, I'm just resizing it here. I think we did everything yesterday, but remember the question. The question is always which that you are looking in quant analysis is always important, because if, let's say, right now you are saying, hey, we predicted that the market was going to gap up. No, we did not do such thing. That's the reason why I want to revisit this. Let's be clear about it, right? Which that we looked at yesterday was what usually happens between the open and the high of the day and the open and the low, meaning that what's the trend from the open. This morning, I think at least I will need to check again if the market is still up. I think the market has gapped up about 1%. We didn't forecast that. The quant analysis didn't give us that. That's very important, because I know many of you in your mind, you will be saying, oh man, wow, this guy, he had us do that yesterday because he knew that on 9/11 market gaps up. No, we actually, I think I did that afterwards. Well, Mr. Thomas, I don't know what we should or should not do. So, so we are going to take a look specifically at the question of, does the market usually gap up on 9/11? I think I did that on here. I'm going to show that the answer to that. So, and to make sure that we ask ourselves the right question. Okay, so you guys are able to see the Excel spreadsheet. I am on it. So the gap up question is here. Yeah, I don't think we did it yesterday live in this show. What we did yesterday for us to take a look at how does SPY trend from the open until the high on 9/11, and how does it go down. So we did column K and column L. So I added gapping up analysis, right? What am I comparing on gapping up? I'm comparing the close on a given day to the open on the next day. Yeah. And then we filter as we did. So we're going to go and say, okay, the month of September. We are not pivoting the table today for those who know, just for this, because it's relatively easy. It's just one date that we are looking at. It's not answering a question for, hey, what is the best day for this? No, we have one specific day for which we are doing a query. So this is our query on here. So for us, this is what we said, right? This is the data that we have, that SPY typically between its open on 9/11, it has a tendency of being bullish, an average of 0.82%. So let's round it up, 1% up. Meaning what does this mean? This meaning that there is a high probability that whatever SPY open at today, it goes up 1%. My friend, you already have a trade already in that. Yeah, so meaning SPY, 1% on SPY is about 3.4 points or thereabout. Yeah, so meaning right now for you, you can say, okay, fine. Let's, you can test this analysis to say, okay, from wherever SPY opens, now, so you put against a trade on that, right? So you say, is it at 337? I'm not sure, whatever. You add 4 points to that. That's 341. But really to make it, because we know resistance has been at 342. 342 calls is what this quant analysis is saying that your bias should be. And then you generate a gangster trade on SPY, just like that. Easy. So this other question on here, I'm looking at gap up on 9/11. So how many times has the market actually gap up on 9/11 by, let's say, a substantial amount? How many observations we have? We have got 13 observations on here. Yeah, this is my number of counts. So 9/11 every single year. And for us, how many times do we really see a gap up, a significant gap up? So now you can tell me, okay, Telex, how can you quantify a gap up? Yeah, well, it has to be greater than 0.5 in this case, yeah? So this is one of them. This is not much. This was a gap down. Maybe we can consider 0.3, and this one is close enough. Well, this is a gap down. And this is a gap up by our criteria. The rest are there. We could consider them flat. This one, yeah, okay, I can give you that this is a gap down, because, but I don't know, in 2006, SPY wasn't, SPY is trading at 129. 129, 0.3 of that is 0.4. Is that significant? I am not so sure, but that's fine. I mean, we can say that, and then in that case, we treat this one as a gap up. Yeah, so out of 13 samples, we only have 3 where we have gap up, 3 where we have gap down. So meaning that which that happening today, anything could have happened today in terms of the quant analysis did not give us how we would have behaved on 9/11, at least as far as the opening. Yeah, typically it was unconclusive. If anything, now if you can't tell me that, hey, but Telex, the number of negative is greater than the number of positive. Okay, fine. Let's count the number of negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 divided by 13. Okay, almost close to 50% of the time, SPY actually opens down on 9/11. But it posts a higher a higher number here. The only time that didn't happen was in 2002, which is the year after. So should we consider that an outlier, or I'm not sure. So you treat it as you want, right? So other than this year, this year following the event, oops, that color, that's just of color is not great. Yeah. Every single, if you remove that, even you remove that 0.8. So 1% more, folks, is what we are looking, at least what we are looking for into the bullish direction. That's our bias. That doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen. But for us, that's what the quant analysis tells us. I think normally we are going. My friend Mr. Thomas, we talked about that yesterday. Yep. All right. So that's any question. Anybody has any question onto this? It was important for me at least so that we're on the same page to make sure that. Okay. So if there are no questions, I know there's a lag. If there's a question, I will come back on that. Let me switch screens on here. Maybe let's first go inside of Power E Trade in this pre-market analysis 20 for September 11, 2020. For those who are joining us late, we say that at 9:11 Eastern, we are going to mark 9 plus 11 plus 20 plus 20 seconds silence. So that will be 60 seconds of silence. You see, that sequence of number, I don't make it up. 9 plus 11 equal 20, 20 plus 20 plus 20 for 2020, make it 60 seconds. Bonjour, Monsieur Mickey, comment ça va? All right, all right, all right. So where are we? We are switching screen. We want to go inside of Power Trace to just take a peek at what the market are doing. While the software gets you guys over there, I'm already looking at that screen. So let me minimize the Excel spreadsheet here. All right. Okay, so let's go to markets, market view. Oh boy. Oh boy. The reason I say oh boy because okay, so if you have been watching pre-market, and this is something I encourage some of you, right? You have the time. I mean, I hope you have the time. I mean, have the time, meaning that the pre-market has been open since 7 Eastern. If you are across the Atlantic or across the Pacific, the time gap make it such that you have been seeing pre-market, the evolution of pre-market. Earlier for me, when I first opened my eyes, the question is, are his eyes open? Both SPY and QQQ, especially QQQ, was up like 1%. Right now, 32 minutes into before open, they have already slashed that. We have seen that. This is a pattern, folks. Yeah. So meaning this gives you an information of a potential direction the market should be going. Please tell yourself, if you are under the sound of my voice, you have taken the time to watch this pre-market show, tell yourself that you can make a lot of money trading on Friday. Why? Because the market is moving. How to convince yourself of that? Go to the chart of SPY of QQQ last Friday. Yeah? There has been a consistent pattern on this. I'm going to show that to you very soon. But I want you to take a look here because that's already happening. Most likely by the time we are finished on this broadcast, maybe these indexes will be red. That's the type of market we are trading. Not that I'm wishing for that, but this is just observation. Yes. So let's go ahead and in terms of observation, which that we have observed, because I think everybody is sick of me by now saying every time that I post a chart and say, oh, that was an easy directional trade, and then they are like, what is this guy smoking? What's the easy for? No, maybe they don't say that they don't say that in my face, but they think under the breath maybe that. Yeah, easy for you to say. So let me go try to show why that has been the case. So I'm going to, how many charts I can use? How many charts do you think that I will be able to depict that pattern of when the bearish setup comes up below VWAP and posting lower lows? So yesterday we had it pretty much on everything, right? Well, but let me just go. It's not Peloton. Peloton, we will deal with Peloton in a few seconds on here. So the first one, I'm going to go in chronological order. It started last Thursday. Yeah, QQQ. It just you pick QQQ, you pick SPY, or you pick any component of those indexes, ETFs into Microsoft, Apple. They all traded alike. Yeah, this was September 3rd. Yeah, I posted it inside of the Discord and say, okay, if you missed on this trade like this, because below VWAP, but it started, folks. It started literally on the fourth candle. Again, when I say that, I'm not telling you to count the number of candles. Yeah, because some of you, when I speak with you, I am just dumbfounded about some of the when I say something, you interpret it in a different manner. Let me put it in layman terms. We have never said that, oh, we are entering on the third candle, fourth candle. No. Whatever that candle happened to be, where the conditions are met, we enter it. It could be the second candle, it could be the third candle, it could be the fifth candle, it could be the eighth candle. Let's clarify that, because some of you, I know, you I don't know how that's derived. So on this day, and that tends to happen typically because the market does not always move from the open. So even yesterday, we had like 6, 7 candles of sideways before the market picked the direction. So what do you do in the meantime? You do nothing. Especially today. If the market has not given you a direction, it's worthless. It's not wise to be entering option trading, options position when the market is not moving, when that stock is not moving. That's why we have our own way of saying, hey, we are watching the price of the option, not even the price of the stock, the specific price of the option we want to trade, because we have the strike and expiration, and then we get into the trade when they start moving. If you have gotten that by now, well, you should be on your way. But even when you get into trade, some of you have a hard time following something like this. Sometimes it's not as straightforward, this one. But this one, my friend, was literally within the first an hour and a half. Well, after the first hour, meaning, look at it here, 7:15 is 10:15 Eastern. Lower lows, below VWAP. Yeah? But as they're doing these green candles, you should not be concerned. This was Thursday. On a Friday, yeah, I should be concerned. On a Friday, if it does something like this, most likely I'm going to be taking profit somewhere here, because trust me, after entering here an hour later, your position is going to just go, you're going to swell. Yeah, you take profit on here, and then because the next hour is sideways, but then you can set up yourself trade for next week, or you can just leave cheap contract on there for lower strikes, and the trend just continue. My whole point about this is that, look, first of all, in the order of operation, look what we have seen recently. We have seen that the exponential moving average, the yellow line, that's the exponential moving average 8 period, will tend to cross the VWAP. Yeah? Look for that now. That's another thing that I'm adding to your arsenal. To say in this downtrend like this, we have seen that a lot. Watch chart, please. Please study chart. That should boost your confidence. And the price never tries to go even close to the new resistance line. Now, here the resistance line is VWAP. Have you noticed that? And then the new closest resistance line, they're all resistance if we're trending in this direction. The new resistance line now become the exponential moving average 8 period. This is, we remember in layman terms, what do they call this? We call this the most recent momentum. And that if that momentum is going down, the stock's going to continue down. So continue posting lower lows. My whole point about, hey, these should not be a source of a concern for you as you are trading the bearing setup, as long as it's still below and it's not even trying to go above that level. Here, for instance, the next day on last Friday, yes, when it crosses VWAP and the exponential, and it will need to cross them with a big candles. That's the other thing now. Now I'm giving you some few nuggets, more nuggets now how to interpret this technical analysis chart. Yeah? But they did a head fake because last week a lot of traders, they tell me, yes, Telex, but look at this. Yeah, guys, it will happen. It will happen. Look at this. We are above VWAP. We are posting higher highs. And then I took the position and then I lost money because, yes, guys, nothing is 100%. Yeah? In this right here. So meaning that here for us, right, when they start doing this is, you can buy calls here because your puts here, you have made so much money on the puts here. I guarantee, I remember this. After an hour last Friday, there was so much money from me, really. I wanted to get out of everything, but it was still early because I know late folks, you can decide to just go away and come back in the last 92 hours of the session. I invite you to say today you're going to make money from 2 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern on this market. So this one was nasty because the computer definitely, because it was still early, they didn't want to give that money. It was just 12:30, right? So they went down, but then they found support at the EMA and then the RIP. So here was definitely one. But again, there was still one line of resistance left. But, well, two of them. The middle of the Bollinger Band and the exponential moving average 8. So that was exhibit number 1 onto this pattern of lower lows and staying in the trade despite the green candles. SPY was, I think, QQQ yesterday. Did he do that? Yep, he did. This is it yesterday. It took its time, right? And here was nasty as well. Below VWAP. But we always told you, right? Whenever the first time that it goes below VWAP, expect a retest of VWAP. Yeah? So, meaning that these small nuances could get you into scalp position. For you here, at this point, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, this thing is below VWAP. I know that I should be getting calls. Was the first time below VWAP. Yeah? Either you're patient and get the perfect entry here because for you, you know this thing's going to stall at VWAP. This is classic thing. Trade classic patterns, folks. Yeah? Meaning not just once. If you do that consistently, you're going to come ahead in your trade. And please, by God, use 15-minute charts. Yeah? There's no need to use 1 3-minute chart and then every 5 minutes you're posting in the Discord room. Maybe I'm making it too personal. You're posting in the Discord room that, oh, the market is doing ups and downs. We know that the market is doing ups and downs. It's nothing new. So you're ready for this. This should not be a surprise that, hey, for the first time we're below VWAP and then they come back and retest VWAP. We've talked about this many, many, many times. Expect it. When it doesn't happen, fine. Then you're making money on puts. We are making more money on puts. But okay, then the second time when it comes below VWAP, look at the trend. Yeah, like here, remember there's always that thing when they're below lower Bollinger. Yeah, they will tend to post green candles, but we are still, again, here's the crossover. No, from the get-go here, the exponential moving average yellow line was the closest one. But it crossed over, it crossed below the exponential moving average 20. Yes. When that happens, folks, this is again, I'm giving you another indication. And again, 15-minute chart or any other 15-minute chart, look at the bigger picture, 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart, an hour chart. Trust me, that's what I spend my day looking at. Oh, the trend is still intact. We have, let's say if I'm Thursday yesterday, I'm like, oh, geez, we still have 3 hours before the close. Yeah. Yeah. And late, my friend, there is going to be movement. We don't know if that movement is going to be up or down. But I gave that to everybody in the trading clock, right? I've always said the last 90 minutes, the last 2 hours, if you will, there is movement in the market, either a rally or a sell-off. Make that your strategy. Make that one of your strategy to make money. It's Friday, Thursday, whatever. Option's going to be super cheap. Yeah? Save some money. Save, I don't know, $100, whatever. Saying, okay, market, you can do whatever right now, or I'm just throwing a few pennies at you, but I'm going to make bank in the last 2 hours. Yeah, folks? So this is another exhibit. Well, you could tell me that, Telex, is it happening just on QQQ? Not such thing. Yeah? So NKLA is something that I pasted inside of our Discord. Yeah? I have that room where I'm posting things that I'm trading. Yeah? And traders will tell me on our one-on-one, oh, I was trading something else. I was trading Zoom. I'm like, are you serious? This is my face. This is my are you serious face? I don't know, folks. I don't know. I am trying as much as possible to help, but in my trying to help, I'm like, really? Am I helping, or who am I helping? So help me out there, folks. Folks who are inside the Successful Trading Discord room. What else do I need to do? Because when for me I find a setup like NKLA, I'm like, I'm so in a hurry just to put the information on there. And don't tell me that, oh, you were away because you're working, we're all working, and then later on You find my chart posted maybe 2 hours later. The setup is still intact. Why didn't you take the trade? Nothing changed. Whatever I said, that if something that is on the chart at the time that it was posted is invalidated, yes, then you can say, oh, the trade, that setup is no longer valid. But as long as the setup is valid, you trade it. And my friend, made a lot of money yesterday at the open. Easiest trade ever. Yeah. Traded the 42 call and the 42 puts and the 40 puts, the open in the morning. What do? I cash in. I move on. I've never traded this stock before. Yeah. So that was that one. Yesterday, this one is even because this stock, CAT, we traded it the day before bullishly. Yeah. We made money on calls. We have a proof of that inside the place. But yesterday, my friend, below VWAP, retest of VWAP. Look, below VWAP for the first time, retest of VWAP. So hint, folks. By now, you should be entering your put. You should be considering entering your put on the retest of the VWAP after below VWAP. Ooh, that's piece of nugget there. Yeah, you stay in the trade. Here, should not be concerned about this. Why? Here's a crossover of that EMA 8 below VWAP again. Trade what the chart are showing you, folks. Okay, I think I've done enough. You could go to SPY yesterday, same thing. You could go to Facebook yesterday. You will see this pattern. So trade what you have in front of you. All right, I've said enough already, and it's exactly 9:11 Eastern Time in honor of that historical date. Let's pause for 9 plus 11 plus 20 plus 20 seconds. Yeah? Okay, folks, that's 60 seconds. All right, it is currently 9:12 Eastern Time. Let's go ahead. Oh, what people find their way into the broadcast. Fantastic. And I know that there's a lag because right now I can't see which that you guys are seeing. And for me, I'm moving. You guys are still following the minutes. So let's go ahead. Friday, let's try to do a gangster, right? So let's try to do a gangster on what? So for that, I'm going to go inside of the Power E-Trade to look at a stock that if I don't do it, then some of you are going to do. You see, he doesn't help us. Oh, I mean, folks, we had a boot camp, and by now, which that we taught you at boot camp should enable you to trade almost anything, right? So we have this stock, Peloton. It's easy for me to, Peloton, mon ami. Oh, when is the Tour de France starting? Oh, is this weekend? Okay, so le peloton of the Tour de France. Oh, très à propos. Bonjour, Telex. Oui, bonsoir, Monsieur Jod. How are you? So, thank you for the likes. Thank you. I don't know if the likes is for the entertainment or for anything. So let's quickly go ahead. You should be seeing the inside of Power E-Trade, and the folks in our Discord, they already have the trade, I think. Because I mistype it. Trust me, these guys, they don't joke. They're like, hey there. When I start typing things on Discord, and when I post something, then I see people, more people who join because they get their alert. Okay, here's what I saw on Peloton today. So earnings, whatever, not that I don't care. It's gapping up is what I care about. The volume is 2.1 million. Fantastic. The stock was up almost 13%. I think it touched like $100 or whatever. So here's what I know. I don't have time to switch screen again. Peloton on earnings, when it gaps up like this, the quant analysts say that it retreats 10%, meaning that the forecast for us will be that Peloton most likely will return to below it will give back all of these gains. That's what the quant analysis says. So meaning that's our bias. Hence, we're gonna be aggressive into our gangster by using the sweep technique. If you don't know what the sweep technique is now, my friend, then you miss out. Those who know what the sweep technique is, all I can, let's go to the option chart. So which strike that I say that I was using the 85 puts. So we're gonna go sweep on them, and what are we using? 5, 10, and 20 cents. All right, so that's good. And then on the call side, I think because on the call side is not our bias, so over there really, because that field, if we even get it, it's okay. We get it just for insurance. This employee volatility gonna drop heavily. Yeah, that's what. So meaning that people who bought the 100 calls, I guarantee you they will not be making money. They're out of the money, and they were $2.67. The stock is up almost 10%, and as I speak, it's dropping like a hard rock. So we are saying 120 calls, and we don't want to give them that money. So meaning that even in number of contracts, right? Because we are doing the sweep on the put side. You see the variation of the advanced gangster, folks. There are so many flavors, right? So if you guys have noticed, if nobody asked me about it, the sweep, I'm just doing the sweep on the bias side. Wow. Okay, well, in any case, so I think it's the 120 that we want to get at with, is it 10 cents or whatever? So it's just for protection. So that's one. But the one that I'm excited about, folks, the one that I'm excited about, how about QQQ? Because we say that on 9/11, the market tends to go up from the open, 1% or so. QQQ has been running. Yesterday was trading at 280 something. So, my friend, what do we think of these? The 280, or even if we want cheaper, because here this thing could appreciate by 5 cents. So meaning that maybe 35 cents will be, but the theta is going to help us. So 30 cents, is that too much? Or then maybe we try for 282. 282, and can we try to sweep a few? That's our bias on QQQ. Or on SPY, you could be doing the same thing on QQQ on SPY. Because, well, obviously, you can tell me that we didn't do the quant analysis on whatever. But QQQ has always been the extreme. So if they're running today because of 9/11, that's going to be our bias. And then on the downside, my friend, we need to be balanced, right? So 280 or 282, we try a sweep on that. And then on the downside, what did we post yesterday? Whatever low that we posted yesterday, we want to go lower than that. So we close 270 is a round number. So for us, we can try 267.5 of the like. Yeah, folks? Okay, I give you exactly 12 minutes back of your time to set up those trades, hopefully. But please, 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 those in the Discord, we are going to try. I need to check my agenda, but we're going to try to do a live, making the money to close this week, inside of our Discord room. I don't know, maybe from 2:30 Eastern onwards, depending on how the market will be trading. Okay, folks, we thank you. Please, if you are a newcomer to the channel, please do subscribe. We appreciate you. You have helped us to be where we are right now. So we will continue to cater the content of this channel to your liking. Thank you, everybody. Have a great trading session. Bye-bye.